Example number 8 is a quotient rule example. The quotient that we have is that y is equal to 4x minus 1 divided by the quantity x plus 7. So we're going to use our quotient rule. Our answer is not going to be 4. We're not going to say the derivative of the numerator is 4, the derivative of the denominator is 1, so our answer is 4 over 1. No, we can't do that. We have to use the quotient rule. So you got to work to memorize that. Let's use that mnemonic that we're starting to talk about there, where we go bottom to top minus top to bottom all over bottom squared. Okay, so our answer is going to be a quotient. Our derivative is going to be a quotient. All right, we're going to start bottom d top. So we're going to take our denominator, our original denominator, and move it up into the numerator. All right, so we have x plus 7. All right, and we then have derivative of the top, bottom d top. We now derive the numerator. The derivative of 4x minus 1 will just be 4. Okay, you can put the 4 before the parentheses if you want to, after, it doesn't really matter. So we have the quantity x plus 7 times 4. That's bottom d top. Now we have minus, and now we switch revolves. So now we have top d bottom. So we're going to keep the numerator, and again, because it's multiple terms, let's make sure we have parentheses around that 4x minus 1, and we take the derivative of the bottom, top d bottom. Derivative of x plus 1, well, x derives to 1, 7 derives to 0. So we just have a 1 right there. We don't even have to write that 1, okay? All over the denominator squared, all over bottom squared, okay? So that is a correct derivative right there. Now, in this case, because there's not a lot going on in the numerator, why don't we just simplify it ever so slightly? We see that we have x plus 7 times 4, so we can distribute that, which means that we have 4x plus 28. And then we can also distribute this minus sign right here. We don't really need the 1 right there, because anything times 1 is itself. We can distribute this minus sign, this negative symbol, if you will. So we have minus 4x plus 1. And that's all over x plus 7 squared. Okay, well, what happens with our 4x's in the numerator? Yeah, they cancel out. 4x minus 4x. That doesn't always happen. We don't always get a nice, easy-looking numerator, but in a case like this, we will. We're going to end up with just 28 plus 1, or 29 over x plus 7 squared. That is our derivative of 4x minus 1 over x plus 7. Okay, we have to use the quotient rule. You cannot do it any other way.